What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Bully Kid here checking in. Just want to do a little update video on what's going on. As you guys know, earlier in the year we built a turbo R18 Civic, pretty much using all eBay parts, cheap generic parts, and the car's been running pretty dang good. I tuned it myself. We've been working on the tune, and it's an ongoing process with the tune. As the weather gets colder here in the Midwest, I'm adjusting the compensation tables just a little bit so the air fuel ratios look perfect in all kinds of weather. It is my daily driver. I am going to be running it in the winter, so we're just trying to get everything top notch so I have a reliable, quick, and fun daily driver. So where I live, obviously we have to do emissions. So I just passed the emission test before I installed the turbocharger, but in a year I'll be coming up to do emissions again. And how am I going to solve this problem? Well, we're going to be tackling it on using some defowlers here. So the defouler actually is an illegal object you shouldn't be using, but if you want to pass emissions, that's something you will have to do. And over here it comes with a kit. I have the link in the description here for this defouler, but it pretty much limits the amount of air it's picking up into the secondary oxygen sensor. Right, this is the primary oxygen sensor, and then the secondary oxygen sensor is like a checks and balances to check if some of that carbon deposits and emission is being burned off by the catalytic converter. Now if it's not, we have to limit the amount of oxygen this is getting, so it thinks there's a catalytic converter reducing emissions. So this is something we're definitely going to have to use, and I got a nice 90 here because I think this is the only way we'll be able to have clearance fitment compatibility with the R18 Turbo Civic. Again, where I live, Midwest, Chicago, so again, weather's getting cold. Pretty much the season for working on the car is over. I gotten the car pretty much reliable, no oil leaks, no nothing. I did notice, however, it is consuming a little bit of oil, and again, with all the increased heat and the way I drive the car now on the highway, for example, being an automatic, I do stay in the D3 gear a little bit longer, and I do keep the revs up. So I did notice a little bit of oil burn off. Probably I'm approaching about 3,000 miles on this oil change, and maybe I'm down half a quart, which isn't terrible, but I did notice it compared to before where I really didn't have any burn off with it being naturally aspirated and driving normally with the gears. Also, I've been working, obviously some of you guys know I work in the medical field. It's been absolutely crazy this year. The amount of work there is, the overtime I've been picking up, it's just non-stop. It's a big revolving circle here, and I'm picking up all these hours. I'm even surprised I created as much content as I have. I'm surprised I made a turbocharged vehicle, first build ever. Very proud of myself on that. And yeah, it's just been non-stop crazy. So a lot of things have been slacking. Some of the things that have been slacking is my welding experience and skills. I got this PrimeWeld TIG AC/DC welder that I've been trying to experiment with, and I did practice a little bit. Here are some of my welds right here that I practiced on some steel. Not the best. I mean, again, I didn't go to school for this. I'm just trying to learn myself how to do things, possibly for future projects. And yeah, that's one thing I've been slacking on. I do gotta hit up the store. I gotta get some more wire, some rod. I need some aluminum, some stainless steel or steel wire, probably 1/16, and just practice over the winter time. And it's hard to practice in this garage because it's gonna be cold, right? So we're gonna probably put some heaters over here while we weld practice. But the other thing is, our lighting in this garage really sucks. Which brings me to today's sponsor of the video. Today's video is sponsored by a LED company. We got a few LED lights that they sent out to us, and honestly, I'll take all the nice LED lights like these that I can take because this garage definitely needs them. So let me show you guys the product. Let me install it. We're already running one of their LED lights right over here, and I tell you, compared to the before, this thing is lit up. I love it. It's amazing. As you guys can see, there is a ton of LED lights on these lights. As you guys can see, these things are awesome. They're adjustable. You can either have them fanned open like this to direct light at a certain location, or you can adjust them so the light goes throughout the entire room. And again, I've been running this light over here probably for 8-9 months, and I'm so happy with the adjustability of this light and the brightness of this light. This is a pretty much 6K Kelvin light output, pure white. And I'm telling you, welding over here on this welding table that we got going on is gonna be a breeze because my lighting output is perfect. Let me unscrew this light and show you the light I was working with before I got these LED lights. Alright guys, close the garage door just so you guys can see realistically what I'm talking about. Check it out. That's one light bulb that's lighting everything up. I mean, you can see clear as day everything you need on this workbench. But let me show you guys what I've been working with before. Alright, let's take this off. And look, no heat in these bulbs. They're nice and cool. And this, my friends, was the ancient ways we used to work. But not no more. Thank you to the sponsor of this video. I'm going to have links in the description below if you guys want to pick yourself up these awesome ass LED lights, man. It helps all kinds of spaces, garage space, living space, basements. This thing will light everything up so you can see perfectly. Check them out, highly recommend them. Again, link in the description. Thank you for the video sponsor, appreciate it. So anyway, go check out the playlist on the Turbo R18 Civic. If you're new to the channel, I did install the water antifreeze lines for the turbo for cooling, so we'll have a video coming up on that shortly as well. Again, man, the car's been doing fantastic. Daily driving it, beating on it every single day in boost, and it's just a beast. Guys, the R18, I thought it was just a grocery getter, but man, you get those groceries fast as fuck now.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need